Welcome to Shom Achshava Nadav, Shir sponsor Lui Nishmas Am Be'akashom Le'abas Yitzchok. We're holding Bo Basra Daf Samech towards the end of the great Perek Chezkas Habatim. The Gemara towards the end of the Perek speaks about what we do in the minhagim of Zecher Churban, and the Gemara then says, Kol mis'abel al Yerushalayim Zecher v'roye b'simchoso. Someone who's an Ovel in Yerushalayim, he merits and sees the Simcha of Yerushalayim. Many of the Mefarshim, including Reb Chaim Volozhiner, brings the question, the Lashon is not meduyik. It says, Kol mis'abel Yerushalayim. It should say, Yizke v'yire b'simchoso. In the future, you will see the Simcha. Why it says, Zoiche v'yire b'simchoso? Why is it present tense? And the Mefarshim answer different ways to come to the same idea, that the Avelus is the way to get to the Churban. But I want to share over here a gewaldige word of my uncle, Reb Ari Bergman Shlita, what he explained in this Gemara, and this really gives us a perspective of the connection of what we're talking about right now to this Perek Chezkas Habatim. And we'll start with the following Ha'ara. We already mentioned in the past, the Yesod, Rabbi Tzadok HaKohen mentions, Radar and many other Svarim, that every Agadata that we have in Shas, it's exactly in the right location where it's supposed to be. The Agata is there because it belongs there. The Agatas are not written in random. If they're in a certain place in Shas, that's where they belong to. That's why the Agatas of the Churban are mentioned in Perek HaNizikin in Maseches Gittin, because Gittin is a divorce, and the Churban is when Am Yisrael is separating from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, at least to a certain extent. And if so, comes the big question. What is the pshat that we're speaking here about Zecher l'Churban? We speak about someone who's going to put on his house an Amo not complete to remember the Churban. Why is it here in Bo Basra and Perek Chezkas Habatim? L'chur, this should be in Maseches Gittin, in the Churban, or Maseches Tainis, where there we speak about in Yonim of the Churban. Why is it here in Chezkas Habatim? So says Rabari, a beautiful idea. He says the idea is that the whole Zecher l'Churban, it's not the pshat that we're just remembering a Churban. We're mourning about the past. But the pshat is that we are demanding, we're doing a mechal, that we want to go back to where we belong. We are in Galus. We're out of our country. We're out of our land. We're out of the connection to Beis HaMikdash. What Am Yisrael needs to do, what Rabbanan are mitaken for us, is always come and say, I want to go back. Always demand to go back. And this connects to the big concept of which is called Tzipisa L'Yeshua. Tzipisa L'Yeshua is that somebody needs to wait, needs to yearn for the Yeshua. The Lashon of the Rambam in Perek Yud Aleph Mehilchos Melachim, when he speaks about Melech HaMashiach, he says, Kol mi she'eino ma'amin bo, someone doesn't believe in Melech HaMashiach, or mi she'eino mechake lebiasoi, who is now waiting for Mashiach to come. Says the Rambam, Lo b'shar nevi'im bilvad hu koifer, but toyer v'Moshe Rabbeinu. Someone who's not waiting and yearning for Mashiach to come, he is the koifer. It's brought down the Sefer Zikaron, the Briskrov. Someone told him, someone believes in Mashiach, but he's not really waiting for him to come. Is it so bad? Said the Briskrov, look at the Rambam. He's missing an essential emunah of Klal Yisrael. So our avodah in the time of the Churban, the time of the Galus, is to demand we want back. In other words, really what we're doing in Galus is we're doing a mechal. In order for the Galus not to establish a chazakah, we do a mechal every year and we say, we want back. This is ours. Rabari continues and says, that's the reason. Usually a velus goes from the chomer to the kal. You start with aninus, then you have the shiva, then you have shleishim, then you have the 12 months, and slowly it diminishes. When you're working towards Churban Habayis, it goes the opposite. You start with the 3 weeks, then the 9 days, then Shavuot Shechal Boy, and then Tisha B'Av itself. Why? Because more and more chomer. Because our relationship to the Churban is not an avelus only, but it is a mechal. The more we engross and involve, the more of a mechal we do, the more of a scream we yell, we want to go back. That's the reason this is brought down in Perk Chezkas Habatim. Because this exactly belongs to Chezkas Habatim. Chezkas Habatim is, if someone is away and someone holds on to his land, he needs to do a mechal. He needs to say, I want back. If not, he loses his property. We are outside in Golus, but we have to do a mechal. And this is the whole minhagim of Zecher l'churban. Zecher l'churban is a mechal. That's why the amal that you put in the house is brought down here in the end of Perek Chezkas Habatim. And Mimela, that's the Loshen. Someone does an avelus, meaning he's doing a mechal. So right now, he's demanding, right now he's connected to Yerushalayim. Right now he's connected to the Nechama Yerushalayim because he's not giving up hope. As long as he's not giving up hope, you still belong to Yerushalayim right now. That's part of the Nechama. Anyone who wants to join the Shom Machshava email list to WhatsApp, please email shommachshava@gmail.com.